Okay, as we see, this transmitter is working with its own receiver. In order to find the transmitter is matched, we have to read the serial number and the channel number, which I try to make a better focus here. Yeah, now you can see the serial number of this unit and channel number is 141. This is exactly matched with what we have on the receiver here. Okay, so now imagine our original transmitter is damaged and we have no access to that, and we want to get a new transmitter. This transmitter could have a different channel, could have a different ID code or serial number which does not match with the existing one. Now we are going to teach you how to change the crystal in the transmitter. So we open the spare transmitter. For opening the transmitter and change the channel number, we should change the crystal inside that. You have to open the battery cap, then open 2 black screws for battery holder, and also 4 screws that we have on 4 corners of the transmitter. The channel number in the SAGA1-L10 remote controller is adjusted by a crystal inside the transmitter and receiver. Please note that the transmitter crystal starts with a letter T and receiver crystal starts with letter R. Here is the place of the crystal in the transmitter. As you can see, this transmitter, this spare transmitter, has the crystal number 136, while if you look at the receiver, from the label you will find it is 141, and if the label was not available, you can simply open the receiver cap and look at the RF module of the receiver. So the channel is 141, as you can see here. Okay, now we have to have the same channel number in both transmitter and receiver. In order to change the crystal or any part in the receiver, it must be power off. Make sure power off and all the LEDs off. Okay, now you have 2 options. If you have crystal T141, you can simply change the crystal in your transmitter. If you don't have that, you can change both transmitter and receiver crystal together if you have a pair of the crystal of T and R with the same number. So now here we have a pair of crystal which are T113 and R113. So none of them are 141 or 136, so we need to replace both receiver and transmitter crystal. Using a screwdriver, remove the crystal in the transmitter properly as shown in the video. Put a small screwdriver behind that. Please note that crystal is a fragile item, so don't break it or break its legs when you remove or replace it. Then take the crystal, which is start with letter T, and put it back on the transmitter place. And properly put it in the holder that it has. Return back that wire on top of the crystal to act like a protector for that. You can do the same thing on the receiver and change the crystal on the receiver. So here, put the screwdriver, slowly remove it from the holder, and then remove it from here. Now we return back the new crystal. Remember that the receiver key star must be a star with letter R and followed by the same number that match to the transmitter key star. Okay, this is done. So up to here, what we did, we just make the frequency the same between the transmitter and the receiver. Now the next step, we can return back the cap of the transmitter and just try to use the new transmitter. Right now it has the same channel number with the old transmitter, with the receiver and transmitter using the same channel number. Let's try it. Put the battery on the transmitter, power on the receiver, and see if it is working. As you can see, power back of the receiver. We put the battery on the new transmitter, release the emergency stop, and press the start. Nothing happened in receiver. Let's look at the transmitter if it is working properly or not. Look at the LED of the transmitter. Look at the LED of the transmitter.